Today's session we are going to see how we can do the data formatting. So data formatting is nothing but it's actually changing the way you see the data. So it's for the better representation of the data. So you can see here, this is all formatted data. So our task would be to achieve this kind of formatting for this data. Okay. So first thing, on the left hand side in the home ribbon, you can see this font group. So here, what all options we have, we are going to see one by one. So first thing, there is option of Calibri. So what is this? This is a font name. When you open this, you will see there are different font and their styles. The way I hover over this, you can see the preview is changing. The real time preview is changing here as I am hovering here. So typically, most of the time, we use Arial font. So you can actually directly type here without opening this drop down. You can click here and type Arial if you know the font. Okay. So when you select sheet and when you type Arial, the font get changed. Also, there is option for Times New Roman. The way you type TI, it gives you complete name. You just press enter and the font of that text change to Times New Roman. So you can see this is a Calibri and this is Times New Roman. Here also you can do one thing. You can actually increase the height of this header. So how you can increase the height? There is a drop down option which is font size. So you can see that font size you can change like this. So I will keep 20 as a font size. Also, there are two options, which is this capital big A, which means that you can increase the font size. So like this way you can increase, and on another option is to decrease. So with this way you can actually decrease the font size. The moment you actually increase the font size, your width you need to adjust. So what I will do, I will adjust this width of the columns. Okay. Now you see here what happened if I select all the cells, then actually I can give the change the background of this cells. How I can change from the font group? You can see there is a fill color. Okay, so there are two options for the filling the background and the text here. So this option changes the background color. Okay, so if I click this, I can see yellow. If I don't want yellow, then I can see all these options here. I can change with this color. So I will keep this background color as black. The moment you change this to black, what happens is your text, the text inside this cell is also black in color, black with the white background. But now what you have done, you change the background to black. So that means the data is here. If I click here, you can see there is in formula bar, it's the text is rip here item, but it's not visible for us because same color is merged in between. So what we can do, we can change the text font color. So how you can do, here is the this a letter which is font color. So you can change the font color. So you can see that I'm hovering here, the font color is getting changed. So opposite of black we can say white. So with this way you can change the font of this color. Now what I will do, I will clear the format but not the content. So I clear the format. Now you see the size here, formatted size is 14, but it says it is set to default, which is 11. Okay, so in this condition, now all these data are correct as per the way I want with respect to the font size and color. But this data is in different font, which is Times New Roman. This is in Calibri. So how can I actually use the same formatting of this to these cells? So for that, we have one option which is format painter. So this is the one option. So for this, what you need to do, first select which format you want. So I want this format. So I can select one cell, or I can select multi-cell, but I will select this one cell. So this format is there, cell format. I will click on the cell format painter. Okay, now you see my mouse cursor is with that format painter icon, and now selected cell is highlighted here. Now what I can do is I can actually select this cell. The same formatting is applied to this cell. Okay, but now after this, if I wanted to format this, then again I need to use this same thing, format painter, then click on this. So which means that when you use format painter, you can actually format only one cell. Okay, now I will control Z undo. But what I want to format all these three cells one by one. So for that, there is a trick which you can use, which is double click on this format painter. So single click will give you option to only one time use. But when you double click, okay, let me just select this and double click on this. When I double click, you can see same source formatting is highlighted. I click here. You see the mouse cursor is not changed. Mouse cursor and the format painter icon is still there, and you can see the button is still clicked. So that means you can actually continue to apply the same formatting to other cells as well. So I will click here, I will click here. See how the formatting changes. So you can actually click here. You can also multi change. So you can select a particular range and all the formatting will get applied. This option you can see I am applying the formatting. When you are done with doing all the formatting, you need to press escape key to end the command. Okay, so now I will do redo one time. So this is a quick way to format the cells. Okay, so now all these text are here. So suppose if I wanted to make this text bold, so what I can do, I can simply click on this bold button. Okay, and if I wanted to remove this bold, then I can click and I can remove the bold. Okay, there is one shortcut for making the text as bold, which is Control B. When you select particular cell from the keyboard, you press Control B and the bold will be applied to that cell. So the bold formatting will apply. And same Control B you can use to remove the bold. So when I click Control B, the bold is removed. So you have two options, either from here or is from keyboard Control B. Okay, there is italic option is there, which is you can make this text as italic. So select the text cell and make it italic. Okay, and you can actually use the Control I. Control I will make that cell italic, and Control I will remove the italic portion. Okay, after that there is one option which is underline. If I click this, the text will underline. I will just zoom bit so you can see this. Okay, so text is underlined. You can see there is one arrow attached to this underline, which means that there are more options for this underline. When I select this option, there is underline and there is double underline. So when I select double underline, you can see the text is double underline. And if I wanted to use underline, then I can use this underline here. Okay, for underline, there is a shortcut which is Control U and Control U again to remove the underline. So now there is something which is very common, which everybody knows, which is copy and paste. So now if I wanted to copy this data, this row, so I will select Control C. But also from here in the clipboard section, you will see there is a copy option. So if I copy and then here I need to paste. So once you copied, you go to the destination where you wanted to paste, and there you click on this paste button. So with this way you can paste this. To end this paste command, you are in command right now, because you can paste multiple times. I have pasted here, I can use the paste again. So click on this paste, I can paste here. So you are in continuous mode of this command. If you wanted to see you are in continuous mode, then you can see here at the bottom, it's giving you the information like select destination and press enter. So if I select the destination and press enter, you can see I can also paste this command here. So what happens when you actually select this and press enter? So I will show you again. So when I selected this data, I click on copy, I select this here, and I click on this paste. So this is pasted. When I select another cell, I can paste. I can keep on pasting. But the moment you press enter, so that means you paste and exit the command. So you can see I have selected the destination, and now if I press enter, I pasted this value, but command is ended. You can see there is no option here, information, and command is not in paste mode. And you can see this paste section is grayed out because whatever you copied, you pasted here. Okay, so I will delete this portion. Okay, so now for these changes which I did, clear format. Okay, we can actually make border to this tabular data. So how we can do? We can select this header, include this header until the last portion I have selected. Okay, so there is one option here which is all borders, but you can change this. So if you want to just bottom border, so what will it will happen is like whatever the section you have selected, only the bottom section will get border. So if I click bottom border and click outside, you can see out of whole section only the bottom section is added with the border. Okay, now you see all borders button is changed because whichever the button you use last time, that button gets changed with this option. So that's why if I select the whole data, and now I can actually apply all borders here. Okay, you can see all borders is applied. Okay, how to remove all borders things? Select the whole data, go to here, and there is one option which is no border. When you click on the no border, all the borders are removed. Okay, so you can also actually apply this thick border outside. So you can see from the icon, in between there are no borders, only the outline is border. So when I select this, you can see only the outline is having the border, but not the inside one. If I remove this, no border. Okay, now to see more option in the border, we will open this dialog box launcher, which is format cell. Okay, so this format cell dialog box is launched now. Okay, I have to select this data and press Ctrl 1. This will open me this border section. Okay, here you can see the multiple options here. Here, this section is a very interesting section here. So I will tell you how. So you can see there are multiple options here, none, outline and inside. So outline means only the outer section will get the border, but inside means you can see from the icon only inside cells are getting border lines, but not the outside outline. So if I select this one, you can see the preview here changes, and in this preview it is showing that if this is cell 1, cell 2, cell 3, cell 4, in between cells there is a border but not on the outside. Okay, let's see what happened. Click OK. You can see outline border is not there, but the border is placed only inside section. Let me select this data again and press Ctrl 1. Okay, here you can select this none. The main disadvantage here is that when you actually select none, you can see the preview changes here, but the preview is not changing here. So this is one thing you have to remember, that until and unless you press OK, the this is not getting applied. Okay. So now you can see here, you can actually apply the border by clicking here. So you see on this rectangle section, if I click at this location, it is giving the border on the top side. Okay, I click on the bottom side, it's giving the border. You can also click this button as well. So I will click on the middle section. So you can see this button is clicked and this section is highlighted. If I click on this button, also it gives the border. Okay, on the bottom left corner you can see this slanted line. If I click this, you can see the slanted line is applied here. So what does this mean? You think like, you have selected a particular section of the cells, and each cell is represented by this text. Okay, so it's giving you a preview that each cell will have the slanted line. The slanted line will be not be for the complete section, but it is by cell. Okay, now I can click here and click here. So I have applied all the borders. Also, I will click on this option. So I have selected all the option. You can see each cell will be represented with this cross and the border. Okay, now click OK. You can see whole section is changed like this. Okay, press Ctrl 1 and you can select the none. So it will remove. After clicking none, it is not getting applied because you need to click on OK. Okay, everything is selected. So for the better representation of data, you can actually change this border. Okay, there is one thing which you can do is you can change the border color. So you can see here color is automatic by default is black color, but you can change the color. So let me choose which is more visible, this blue color. Okay, and now I will apply this outline and also the inside one and click OK. You can see all the border lines which are there, which are in blue color. Okay, so I have select this again, and you can see the preview here. So if the preview is changed, click OK, and now you can see the red border lines are applied to this section. Okay, select data, press Ctrl 1, and now I will click to automatic. So it will, you can see that preview is not changed because earlier setting is shown here. So you need to do this setting again to apply this color. Here you can change the border style also. You can see there is a dashed line, this is a bolded line. So if I select this dashed line and click OK, Control 1, whenever I select this one, okay, I selected this one, then none, and apply this outline. So you can see this dashed preview here and then click OK. So the border lines are changed to this dashed one. So this is all about the border lines. When I press none and click OK, so it's gone. Okay, so we have seen all this section, and now I will type here text. Okay, so you can actually merge the section. So if this text is there, what I wanted to do, I wanted to select whole this area and I want to merge this one. So merging means that whole area will become one cell only. So it will remove this all the inside boundaries, and it will be a merging of all the cells into one. How we can do? Here is the option which is merge center. When I click this, you can see the all the section is merged here. Okay, now in this section you can see this becomes a single cell with merging of all the cells inside. Okay, now you see the text which I wrote is at the bottom side. Why this is? Because of the alignment. So alignment section, you can see here the which all our buttons are placed. So this is bottom align and this one is center align. So that means it is it will place all the text at the bottom and center. So you can see at the bottom and center this text is. We can change the alignment from here. We can make it top. So top center is here. I want top left. I can click on top left. The text will go to the top left side. Then you can select this middle. So this is middle left. If I press center, so this will be middle and center. So with this way, you can actually change the alignment here like this. Okay. So now I will keep like this. Here you can see all the text are here, which are on the left hand side, because the text are always by default on the left hand side. But you can actually add the indentation. So here is the indentation option. The first one is decrease the indentation and second is increase the indent. If I click on this, so you can see a little space is applied here. So this text is indented. If I keep on clicking, then it will be indented like this. And also I can decrease the indentation. If you double click inside the cell here and press the backspace, it will not move the text to left side because this is indented. When I go inside the cell and go to the starting point of this text and press space key, so I have pressed space key. So the difference between two section is that here the space is applied, but here there is no space. This is indented to the center point. So here if I remove the space, it will go back to the original position, but the indentation I need to click on decrease indentation like this. You can also change this alignment by selecting the column. So if you wanted to align this whole all the column text in one go, then you can select this column. So I will select this column. You can see the column is highlighted, and now I will click on the middle indentation and then the center one. So this will go to the center of this item. Here if you see, the middle means vertically middle. Okay, and this center means horizontally at the center position. So if you want the text to be horizontally center position, you can click on this. Okay, so now all these sections are horizontally middle position. If I click on the top, you can see there is no change here. Why? Because the cell, this cell height is actually very short. So if you increase the height here, then you can see this cell is at the top position because of this top indentation, and it's at the middle level. Okay, I will go back to the original position. So if I write this text here, this is day 3 of Excel training. Okay, you can see this particular cell is text is gone to another column. Okay, but if I want to place, as last time I showed, which is wrap the text. When you wrap text, it keeps the width same, wrap the text and increases the height of the row. So this not only increase the height of this particular cell, it increases the height of the row. So you can see all this section height is increased. If you click on this wrap text, you can see it goes to the back to the normal here. Okay, so when I select this text. So for the example, I will select this text. You can actually change the direction of the text. Now you can see this is horizontally aligned. Here is the option. If you go the orientation, if you open this option, you can see there is angle counterclockwise orientation. If I click select this, the text gets aligned to this 45-degree. So with the symbol also you can identify in which direction the text is going. So this is angle is on counterclockwise. I can actually change the text to the clockwise direction like this. I can make this text as vertical. So text vertical. So I can actually rotate text up. So this will be in a rotate and text is going upward direction. You can see here the text is like this. When I double click, you will see while editing the text will go back to the temporarily go back to the horizontal position, and I can actually type and then press enter. The alignment remains, this orientation remains same, which is in the rotate text up. You can actually format cell alignment here. So you can see when I select this option and the last option, which is format cell alignment, if I click this, it takes me to the format cells alignment section. So this section, you can see the text, this red color is here. Okay. If I select this and go to this option, format cell alignment, you can see this text is horizontal and there is a red dot here. So what you can do, you can actually drag this alignment like this. So manually also you can drag this like this. So I have changed this. So you can see the angle is 45-degree here and click OK. You can see the text is 45-degree aligned. If I go here again, and I can actually reset this to original position. Also, if I press Ctrl 1 now, I was in alignment section, I can actually change this to 30-degree. So whenever you have any particular requirement like this, where you want a text into the particular direction, you can change this direction from here as well. Also, you have some options which is, so I will make this as 0 and wrap text and click OK. So text is wrapped and this is at the horizontal level. There is one option which is shrink to fit. So for that, I will remove the wrap text here. So you can see the text is like this. Okay. Now the text is not fitting to this particular cell. So what I can do, I can go to the format and I select this option, shrink to fit, and click OK. You can see within the same width and height, this text is shrink to fit itself into this section. When I increase, it will fit to this section. When I decrease, the text will adjust itself as per the row height and width. And if you don't want this string to fit, then you can go here and uncheck this option. Okay, is the text alignment here is also available here. So I will write. So, and if I make this central element, click OK, the text is centrally aligned here. So whichever the options are here, those options you can see here. And vertically also you can make top, center, bottom and justified. So all these options are here. Whenever you need, you can change like this. Okay, so great. So you can see that there are multiple options and the features available in Excel which you can actually work on. And these are the sections which we have seen. Okay, so this text is merged now. I don't want to merge it. So I will click on the merge text center again. So what it will change, it will unmerge all the cells. So all the cells are clickable now. So when I select this, visibly I don't see this text, but here I can see in the formula bar the complete text. because we already change the orientation. So you can actually reset the orientation like this and click OK. So this will go back to the original orientation. Okay, let me just minimize so you can see both the view. When I open this, there is a currency option. So when I select this, you can see the currency is getting applied here. Okay, so currency is now in rupees. But what if I wanted to change it to the dollar? So how I can make this? So I will select all the range of this cells and click on this number formatting dialog box. When I click, I will go back to the this format cells dialog box. So in this dialog box, in the number section, you can see the currency is selected because we change currency from here. Okay. So now here is the currency and the sample is written here. There is a symbol here. You can see the rupee symbol is there. If I open the list, and if I scroll below, I will see the dollar, which is United States. Also, you can use any other currency if you want symbol. So for now, I will select dollar, and you can see the preview sample is changed and click OK. So this will change from rupee to dollar. So you can apply this currency symbol for this particular text. Okay, so when we write 10,000, type it like 10 comma triple zero for the 10,000. So this will not be a complete value. So you have this option which is comma style. When you click on this comma style, you can see that 10 comma 1000. So its option is shown here. So how this option gets applied, it actually changes the style of the text into this custom format style. So this custom style format have many options that we are going to see later. But for now, right now, if you wanted to apply the comma, you can apply the comma. Also, percentage, you can apply percentage like this. Okay, and I can actually decrease the decimal point if I want. So I can decrease like this. So you have changed, you have made multiple changes here to this cell. So that's why it's returning custom, which is not the default one. Okay, here there are some currency formats are also there. You can actually change from here as well. So you can apply the dollar format here or the rupee. Now I wanted to show you about the date structure. So today is 3rd of February. So I will type as per the system date, which is 03-02-2021. Okay, press enter. Now you can see, so how we can change this orientation for the date format. So for that, we'll click on this dialog box launcher and it will take you us to the format cells dialog box. Here in date section, you can see there is a sample and there are different types written here. So what I will do, I will select 14 March. Don't worry, this is just a sample date, which is 14 March 2012. This is not your actual date. Your actual date is shown here in the sample. These are the some of the type represented here. So the type is 14. So like the date, then month, complete month, and then year. If I click OK, so this date format will change. Going back to here, so you can see there are other options also available. So in this format, which is shown like this, we can change this. So Wednesday, 3rd February 2021. So with this format also, you can change this date formatting here. You can apply the custom formatting here. For the simplicity, I will tell you only one example. So you can see here, the option is DDMMYY. So which is date first, then month and year. If I click OK, so my this formatting is there. Okay. But if I go to custom format, if I want to change this to month, so I will type MM. I will select this, type DT, so month date and click OK. So now you see this format is changed to the custom format where the month is first. Okay, so right now when I select this cell and right click, you can notice right click options are there. This one also, On top of that, you will see this minibar. So whenever on particular cell, if I right click, I get the right click options. So we say that these are the right click, right mouse button commands. Also, there is a small minibar here. So this minibar, what is the use of this minibar? When I right click here, in this minibar also you can actually change the font settings here. Like I can make it bold. See, when I press bold, right click, and when I press bold, and when your mouse cursor is over here, the minibar stays there, but right click options are not there. So that means Excel identify that you are not going to use these options, you are continuing with this option. So here what I will do, I will change the format to this one, and right click, I make it bold. I also want, so my mouse cursor is here. The moment I remove the mouse cursor, this minibar is disappeared. So right click, when I move mouse cursor here, I use italic. Still my mouse cursor is over that minibar. So that's why that minibar is there. If I move mouse cursor, then it will not be there. So I can apply it to this color. So you see my mouse cursor is here. This option is removed. So this is a minibar option, we can say. And this is a quick way instead of actually going here and finding. So Excel gives you some flexibility here to work with cell related things from this minibar. So right click, I will select this color. Okay. Okay. Now I have selected this background color. And if I want the same color for this also, or any other cell like this, then there is one shortcut key which is F4. When you press F4, what happens? It repeats the last action you have done. So you see from the keyboard, I press F4. You see the background is applied to that binder. Why? Because Excel remember the last action, and when you press F4, F4 is the shortcut key to repeat the last action. So I select this, press F4. I select this, press F4. So with this way, you can actually repeat the last command. And now I select this pen and press Ctrl C. Now pen is copied. So the last copied item is here. If I paste, then last copied item will be paste. But there is one uh, arrow button. If you click here, okay, so it can be anything. I select this and copy. I select this, copy. I select this, copy. You can see the clipboard is storing this data. How many data it stores? Whichever you have copied till 24 item. So I keep on selecting these things, and not only the things which you copy from the Excel. So if I type here ITechOasis or anything, and if I select and Control C, okay, I minimize. You can see it has also copied the that website URL. So outside of the Excel also, whatever you copy, it store here in this clipboard. So now I have option. So whenever I have something which I copied multiple times and multiple entries are there, I can use this one option which is paste all. When I select paste all, you can see all the things which I copied is pasted here in this section. So these many items I have copied starting with pen till the website URL. So you can paste all these options wherever you want, or else you can clear this clipboard thing. So I will click on clipboard or clear all. So it removes everything. So now if I select this and press Ctrl V, it will not paste anything because it has removed all the clipboard selection that you have done. Let's do the formatting here. Select all, make all borders here. There is one interesting thing which I wanted to tell you. So below all these border options, there is one draw border. So draw border will change your mouse cursor to this pencil icon. You can see. Now, if I select this, this will apply the border. So you see, I have left click and now I'm dragging like this. So it is applying the border. Okay. Now here there is option which is draw border grid. When I select this, so what will happen? It will not, it will apply border to all the sections which I am selecting. So you can see I have kept this left mouse cursor clicked and now I am applying this border. So this is a quick way to apply the border also. And you can erase the border. So erase will give you this eraser icon. You can select this and erase the border. So I am erasing all the borders. Okay. So you can see you can change the border color as well. So there is line color also you can apply. So quickly, if you wanted to make this data like this, you can apply this border. But remember, when you use this option, so like a line color, I will use this yellow line. Okay. Now there is a chance that you get confused like, okay, where is my border option? So you need to remember this location because the active icon is here. So when I select all borders, I will see these default options.